Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 79?
79.
Yeah, I was right. 79 of the Video Game Choo podcast. I'm your host, John Michonski, and with me today is not only the standard Video Game Choo crew, we have, I wouldn't say a special guest, but a gremlin watching me from across this table that I'm sitting at.
A ghost from a previous era.
Yeah.
The ghost of Chooch past.
A hack fraud who left for greener pastures.
Left us for Detoid.
Yeah. Mike Cosimano is sitting right across from me.
Hooty hoo!
I don't...
Get him out of here.
What was that?
I'm texting you some news.
Oh, he's texting me some news right now.
Did you know that there's going to be a female heister in Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition?
Wow.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lady in Payday 2.
I don't think that's embargo.
Okay, well, let's...
Let's hope not.
There is no embargo on
Well,
coverage.
we're not
Okay.
the one who got put under the embargo.
Yeah, no, there's no embargo on us. So there you go. You're the one who gets in trouble. No, there's no embargo. We're fine. Like I said last week, I am staying at Mike Cosimano's apartment for 2.5 months. This is pretty much my second day here.
So when are you getting married?
Never. We are not getting married. You are not the first person to make that joke. Anyway, let me introduce the rest of the crew before I start prattling on too much. You know them, you love them. All three of them. You got Lauren. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm pretty good. How are you, John?
I'm glad you're back.
Thanks.
You had a couple of technical problems and just
Yeah, it was the
moving. Well, hopefully things are figured out for you a little better.
Yeah, I should be back on the show pretty regularly, assuming nothing terrible happens this week.
All right, good. We have Michael.
Hello.
Hi, Michael. How's it going?
Yeah, going good.
Good. And we have Niall.
When are you and Will getting married?
I'm not marrying Will either. He's too good for me.
Wow, jeez, dude.
Well,
Don't beat
Yeah.
yourself up, man. Come on. You can do it if you really go for it.
You've seen me, Lauren. Come on.
You can get him.
You're a very charming man.
No, I'm not.
Will loves adorable guys just like you. Come
Will-
on, you have a shot.
Honestly, that's pretty accurate because he hangs out with Cosimano. So,
Isn't it?
did you just call Cosimano adorable?
I guess so.
Wow.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. I guess we are getting married now.
Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've been here it's pretty much been 2 days. I landed on Tuesday at night, and I had my whole first day yesterday, and then today I hung out. I actually hung out with Rocky. I don't know if he was actually on an episode of the show.
No.
Okay, he wasn't. We didn't actually get to put out an episode with him in it, and
No,
he did.
they all got screwed up.
And he also didn't write too many articles because he's busy with his work and all that. Like, I mean, right now he was going to help us with E3, but he got an internship at Absolutely of Tim and Eric fame, and so that's what he's doing right now. But we got to hang out with him today, and he's super cool. He's super nice. So it was real good just to pal around with him, make a bunch of dumb jokes. That's all it was. Mike's just been showing me around LA. It's an experience. I guess the best way to describe this place is that it's interesting.
How bad is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, which is 1 the less?
Yes, 1 being bad, and 10 being this place is great. I'll never leave.
I mean, I guess it would be like something down the middle, maybe. Like there's some neat stuff, but it's also kind of grody.
Solid 5 out of 10 from John Michonski.
Excuse me, I'd have to use a 3. I'd say a 3 out of 5 because I don't use
3
it
out of
at
5, yeah.
a 10 scale. Yeah. I gotta stay.
Scale.
Yeah, I gotta stay.
We don't use an out of 10 scale. That would make us like IGN.
Exactly. I gotta stick to my guns. You know.
Yeah.
Stick
But
to
no.
your Johns.
Shut your fucking mouth, okay? You shut your fucking mouth over there. Just because I'm staying in your home doesn't mean I'm going to excuse your garbage.
No one should.
Good. Okay.
We're just gonna have to put up with this for the summer. Just
I guess so.
Him chirping in.
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna keep chirping in like a fucking heinous bird, and I'm aiming my rifle. Ooh, but no, that's I've he's brought me around to a couple of places, just like food places, and
In and out.
yes, we went to In-N-Out first thing.
Nice.
So don't worry about that. Yeah, first night we went and bought some grocery. We went to In-N-Out first, and then we went and bought some groceries. So we have our priorities in order.
Right.
And if I was there, I could actually cook. But as it is, you're going to have to eat awful food from it.
No, we haven't cooked yet. We heated up some pulled pork last night, and it was good. What are we gonna have for dinner tonight, Mike?
I'm probably gonna make some sandwiches.
Okay.
I feel like I don't really want to make something. I don't want to have a big production.
Okay, sure. Let's keep it chill tonight.
Yeah.
But other than that, we went out and bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards earlier. We're gonna duel Yu-Gi-Oh cards later. That sounds like fun.
I had Mormons at my door asking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards just today.
Interesting.
Really?
What a coincidence.
They were
Yes.
asking you about Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Well, I didn't answer the door because I could tell that they were, Mormons coming to bother me. So my roommate's boyfriend answered the door, and I guess when you go to my front door, you can look through my window. You pass right by it, and my blinds were open. So I guess they peered in at some point because when the boyfriend
Rude.
answered the door, like they said, "Oh, do you have a moment to talk about whatever?" He's like, "No, thanks." And then he said, "Oh, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh by any chance?" So, yeah,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mormon
so there was
peepers.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you saw.
They're not even out. They're kind of on a shelf, just sitting there collecting dust. So they had to really kind of look in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're picking up secrets about you, Michael. They know everything.
If that's the secret they find, then good luck to them. That's not a very good one.
That's your dirty, dark secret.
That is, but yes, Yu-Gi-Oh is a very dirty and dark secret.
Absolutely. But I guess I should swing this around to talking about what games I've been playing lately. Let's swing it around there. Just to keep it all about me. Make sure none of y'all can talk.
You're gone all Hollywood on us.
I will. Shut your. He's mouthing Bloodborne to me. Yeah, because I played like 30 seconds of Bloodborne before Rocky showed up. Yeah, that's a big thing to report on. I made my character though, Kind Barber. That's pretty good. He's a kind.
Why did you choose that name?
Because it's a drill tweet.
Oh,
Or kind.
Of
Yeah,
course
kind.
it is.
Well, no, but I built the character around the idea of Kind Barber. Like he looks like a
John?
Kind Barber. Yes.
Do you know where Bloodborne's story goes?
Does he have to cut someone's hair? Because
I'm
that
not
might
saying
fit.
anything. I'm just asking if you know where that story goes.
I don't. That's why I'm going to play the game so I find out what happens.
Okay, well...
play the game.
Play
I
the
think
game.
Barber may be meant in a bit more of a bloody sense.
Oh, I have not seen Sweeney Todd. Okay, if that's what you're asking.
All I'm saying is that, I think you just made kind Sweeney Todd.
All right, I'll watch Sweeney Todd before I finish Bloodborne so I can get all the memes.
Okay.
Get the real lore.
Yeah, the deepest lore that just I guess.
I've never seen Sweeney Todd either.
I mean, from what I've heard, you should keep it that way.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, no, I played like a little tiny bit of Bloodborne, and I'll talk more about it next week when I actually know how I feel about it. But it seems neat. I played a shit ton of Vita Shovel Knight when I was on the plane because I brought my Vita and my 3DS, and I just ended up playing Shovel Knight pretty much the whole time. And it plays real well on the Vita. I have it on 3DS too, but I don't know. The Vita, it has such a nicer screen, and it's it's slightly better. So I just wanted to
And
play.
it's more comfortable to hold.
Yes, I mean I might end up getting a new 3DS XL eventually, and that'll probably be nicer to play games on. But for now, I got my Vita. I'll play on that. What else did I play on the plane? I don't remember. No, I tried that Murasaki Baby game a little bit, And I just ended up going, if someone looks over my shoulder and sees me playing this weird-ass shit, they're going to think I'm, like, going to kill someone on the plane. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to stop playing this. The game is weird as fuck. It's got some kind of interesting ideas, I guess, but it seems more like someone at Sony called up an indie dev and was like, can you make something for the Vita that uses the Vita shit? And they were like, all right.
What kind of game is it?
It's like kind of a puzzle game in a sense, where what you do is you lead this, like, I guess it's supposed to be like some sort of baby creature thing, and all the art looks very Tim Burton-esque. So just imagine like this little like
like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, no, it's very Nightmare Before Christmassy. So you lead this like little girl monster thing around, and you have to make sure that her balloon doesn't get popped. She's carrying around a balloon, and you have to lead her through the level. So you have to hold her hand and move through the level, and then you might have to move the balloon, and you have to change the world around her to make sure that she can survive. Like, you can swipe the back of the Vita to change the land that she is in. Like, you swipe it once and the background will turn red, and then if you tap the back of the Vita, like a bunch of Jack-in-the-Boxes will pop up and it'll scare everything on screen, including her, so you have to drag the balloon back over or else it'll fly away. Mm-hmm. There's one that makes it rain, there's one that makes the wind blow really hard. It's very much just one of those things where it's like, we're going to introduce a concept to you, and then here's a puzzle that uses it, and then it builds upon it. It's very basic, and it's very much just them being like, well, the Vita has a back touchscreen. Let's use that. The Vita has a front touchscreen. Yes, let's use that. It's just that. It's not anything that'll wow you, but it was free on PS Plus last month, so I just messed with it.
Yeah, it sort of sounds a little bit like that game I reviewed a few months ago, the Firefly Diary. It sounds like the way you're describing it, like the same kind of leading a character and having to use the touch controls to like alter the world and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but this one, like, you were talking about how Firefly Diary had such super precise controls that it didn't work because of how hard it was. This game, everything is it gives you so much wiggle room, and there's almost no way to mess up unless you completely don't know what you're supposed to do, and then even then, if you just brute force your way through it, eventually you'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's super basic. It's very much like I said, Sony probably just hired some indie dev to be like, just mess around with the Vita and make something for us, and that's what they did. So
sort of a tech demo sort of feel to it.
Yeah, and it's like, if this came out like right when the Vita came out, I would understand, but I think that game came out like not even a year ago.
Yeah,
so that's kind of weird.
Like last summer or something.
Yeah,
it's not that old.
Yeah, it's real weird. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta get the Vita games for this month. Whatever those are, I don't even remember.
Nothing really great, if I remember right.
Yeah, I just remember PS4's Ground Zeroes, and I wanted to replay through that on the PS4, so whatever. But yeah, that's about all I played game-wise. I'm gonna try my best to play more games, and, I'll bring... Because, Mike's got his D-Toid connection, so I'll try my best to, try to bum games off of him here and there, Nothing that'll get us in trouble or anything, but I'll try my best to play some games here and there and share some impressions on stuff that is like pre-release and all that, Mm-hmm. And E3's coming up too, and I'm going to be there 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. Let's move on to somebody else. Lauren, it's been a bit since you've been on. Let's talk to you.
Yeah.
How
I'm trying
you
to think of all the stuff I've been playing these past couple of weeks.
I mean, if you want to make it simplify, you could just do this past week. That might make it easier.
I've been playing a lot of visual novels.
Okay.
And one not-so-visual novel that I found on Steam.
Just a novel? Just a book? Are they selling books on Steam now?
Adventure story on Steam.
I was like,
alright. This is $2, I'll try it out.
Okay, well, tell us about them.
I guess I'll start with the not safe for work ones.
You're gonna
Yeah.
you're getting everyone interested with the
Ooh.
all
Working
caps
at Taco
sex.
Bell without gloves on,
I
not
only
safe
played
for
one.
work.
I only played one.
Okay,
But
let's
it's
hear
actually
it.
really interesting. So it's this little like educational eroge called
Okay.
Cute Demon Crashers.
Sure.
And it's basically like baby's first eroge with like a focus on explaining like consent and like what good consent looks like, and setting limits and stuff like that. And I thought it was really interesting because it wasn't your usual go done get fucked eroge.
Let's pause for a
I
second.
don't
Who's
know, I thought
doing
it was really
dishes?
cute. Wait, pause for a second. What?
Someone's doing dishes. That's not me.
I assumed it was Mike.
God damn it! I'm gonna. Oh no,
Cosimano,
sure it's
I
on
mean.
my end. I'm gonna
It's not
go and
Cosimano.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Cosimano
Yeah,
is being a silent boy across from me. He's being a good. He's
He's staring at you.
He's not staring at me, but he's on his phone, probably listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
What are you
okay.
over there listening to?
I'm
bud?
back.
Absolutely
Are the
nothing.
dishes still
I fucked
audible?
up and I made all my emails unread. So now I have like 2,000 unread emails.
Oh Jesus!
Okay, are the dishes still audible?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. If you could restart what you were saying about the game, please.
Yeah, so it's this cute little thing called Cute Demon Crashers, right?
Sure.
So it's essentially an educational eroge that's like supposed to like it's not actually supposed to be educational, but it's kind of like educational in the way it's written, and it's about like consent and like setting limits and saying like, okay, it's time to stop now. And it's really interesting that way because it's not about just your usual done get fucked eroge.
Sure. It's the
It's also really
yeah.
cute.
Ask before you get it going shit. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I feel that. All right.
And so, I don't know, I thought it was actually kind of like interesting and actually a little bit like the sex is actually pretty realistic in like how the people talk through it.
All
And
right, sure.
I don't know, I thought
mean,
it was really hot.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, basically like college girl is like, sigh, I wish I could have a fling, and then like suddenly sex demons like come and are like, here,
That's
we
college.
will help you explore things. We will
Man,
help you explore in a safe and consensual manner. And there's not a whole lot of story, but it's cute.
man, if only it worked like that IRL, because I'd just be like, all right, let's get going.
No, you really should like check it out because it's fun and it's
I'm in a freaking apartment with two other dudes. I can't jack off to eroge openly.
No, you must be clandestine. In the dead of night, sneak your laptop off to the bathroom. Is that how?
I don't
this
have a
is?
laptop, so there you go. That's
Sneak your phone off to the bathroom.
you all got to do what we got to do. Anyway, Lauren, what other games have you been playing that aren't horned up?
So I played this little thing called Mecha Ace.
Mecha Ace.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to it. It's basically Gundam Wank.
Okay,
It's your own adventure story.
that sounds fun.
And it's really short, and there's not much to it, and it was $2 on Steam. And
Okay.
it was fun.
All right.
I mean, it's basically like... It's really, really genre. Like, there's not a whole lot of drama that you don't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's pretty silly.
Sounds pretty like basic, and but that was the game you spent $2 on or whatever.
Yeah.
All right,
And like
not
there's
bad.
no like images or music or anything. It's just written and it has like an interface and you click through and different options.
Yeah, just put the Gundam Wing OST on over it and go for
I
it.
actually
guess.
put the Armored Core OST on when I played
All
it.
right, there you go, Miss From Software.
Hey, I know what mech games I like.
Yeah. Anything else you played lately?
I'm trying to remember because I know I played some other stuff, but I don't remember what it is.
Bloodborne, Destiny, any other stereotypical Lauren games? I'm just throwing out there to be mean.
I mean, I played some Destiny, but that's not really worth talking about. I mean, I guess I like bodied a lot of kids in Trials of Osiris and Destiny, but like no one wants to hear me talk about PvP in that game.
I mean, if you can make it interesting, but yeah, Mike said that he saw you playing Destiny, so
I leave Destiny on a lot, but yeah.
she says she leaves Destiny on, so
Yeah, alright.
What,
Yeah.
you don't believe me?
I guess he doesn't.
I'm gonna text you another bit of hot news.
Oh, he's got more hot news for me. What's
Hot news.
hot
Okay, what do we
news?
got going here?
I mean, I'm waiting for this text.
The hottest news.
Okay.
Oh, it's a picture of Carol Crabbit from Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule. It says cool, moist 1990s. Thank you, Mike.
Hot news!
Thank you.
Great.
What
This
the
is
fuck
going
just
real well.
happened?
It's good. I'm so sorry, Niall. This is gonna be the worst episode to edit ever.
This isn't getting touched.
Okay.
Even better.
God damn it.
But yeah, Lauren, are you?
Did I play anything else? Let me check. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my. No, wait, no, I closed Steam.
Yeah, be careful. Don't start
I
opening
remember
shit.
now. I played a whole bunch of Guacamelee.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I played through Guacamelee. I beat it. I liked it.
That's cool.
I mean, I know it's kind of an old news game.
Sure.
but- Sorry, that was my alert to take my medicine.
Okay.
Yeah,
It startled me. I was like, the fuck?
No, that was my
Baby
alert to
rattle.
hormones.
I gotcha, yeah.
It's interesting.
The Guacamelee kind of flew under the radar. I feel like it came
Yeah.
out, and then some people were like, "You should play it," and then nobody. I played
Actually
it like months ago, and it really surprised me.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I wish. I mean, it felt kind of like easy at some points, like doing the treetops and like doing the some of the orb puzzles. I thought would be harder, but it's pretty fun. Of course,
I don't
did
like
just get the skeleton
treetops.
suit. I did just get the skeleton suit and like spammed special attacks the whole game. So
Well, if it works, it works.
yeah. But no, it was fun. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's a pretty standard Metroidvania with like a cute style.
Like, you are making some goddamn ripples on this Audacity by touching those cookies.
Just by touching them?
Yeah, you're touching these cookies and there are ripples on Audacity.
Oh god, ripples.
Yeah, you need to fucking
I don't know
stand
what
still.
to do!
Does
You,
Mike
okay,
have the
you
ripple
know,
power?
Like,
Are we
just-
going to go
just, like-
vampire hunting?
Please
no,
kill
no,
Mike.
it's like making noises on the table. You,
Like this?
This is great.
yeah, kind of.
It's great for you. You don't have to fucking edit this.
Mike, you gotta go. You gotta get the hell out of here.
I refuse.
Well, you're ruining the podcast, and
He
Niall's
is
going to strangle
he
you.
is our owner. Unfortunately, I'm
You
not
know,
sure
when
to
I
kick
was
him
doing
out.
Choo Choo, I always really wanted someone to just do it for me. And this is like I'm watching my fantasy come true.
That's really terrible.
I'm going to kill him.
Hosting a podcast can be exhausting.
That's a terrible fantasy.
I'm going to kill Mike.
I think this is bad.
Oh my god!
That made a noise on the Audacity, so that's what I'm saying. You have to be
Stop!
like silent as a fucking
what
mouse.
was that? What was that? Oh my god!
It's fine. It's fine.
gonna
Anyway,
kill you all.
yeah, Lauren, are you done talking about Guacamelee?
I think I don't have a whole lot to say about Guacamelee. It was good. I really liked the Spanish style.
Yeah.
Well, South American Spanish.
hmm
Um,
The game is a really neat flair, and I want to play that sometime. We should play some Guacamelee later. All right. Yeah. Is that all you got, Lauren?
yeah, I think that's all I have. Hold on a second.
All right. Let's move on to Michael.
Hello.
Michael, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad you're good. I'm doing fine myself. Tell us what's been up with you.
Oh, I've been busy.
Have you now? With what?
God. At some point, I think I went to Disney.
Oh, that's right. You did go to Disney.
Yeah, I was gone for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And that really threw me off.
Mhm.
But Disney was fun.
Mhm.
I don't know if people have been to Disney, but Disney's enjoyable.
I've been there before.
Mhm.
When I was a young child. I haven't been recently, but you know.
I hadn't been in at least a decade. So,
Wow.
yeah. So I went with my girlfriend and some of her family. And
cool.
we stayed on property, as they call it,
Ooh.
which means there's buses going to everything at all the time, and
Yeah.
you get the Disney magic. But I had fun. We went to Magic Kingdom, and then we also went to Hollywood Studios, which used to be called MGM.
Yeah.
And then I have an annual pass holder's ticket now, so I can just go back whenever I'd like. And I'm hopefully gonna go back and see Epcot.
Epcot's real nice.
Yeah, I think I'd appreciate it more as an adult.
Yeah, Epcot's very much an adult part of Disney because it's just got all the food and all the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's not really rides.
And then I also took a small dive into trying to figure out, or not trying to figure out, but just learning some of the things they did when they built Disney World, and how Epcot was supposed to be a neighborhood essentially. It was going to be its own community. It was going to have its own...
the community of the future.
Yeah, it was going to have...
That's why they have Tomorrowland.
Yeah, they were going to have an industry park. They were going to have their own airport. They were going to have their own commercial and office buildings, all within a self-contained community. It was going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was almost a little scary. Gentrification almost is kind of scary.
I mean, gentrification implies moving into a place and changing it, whereas this was setting up its own thing. But
all those alligators.
It was that kind of... It felt really whitewashed.
Yeah.
There's going to be crime, right? So, yeah, I had fun at Disney, and I really hope I can go back sometime soon. But it was nice to just get away and not think about video games or internet or any of it.
A big break from games is definitely something because it brightens you up when you come back to it. You're like, I remember these. These are good.
Yeah, I can actually get kind of excited for E3 now, whereas before it was this big block of that's stuff I have to do and what game goes to who and who publishes what. And now it's I don't really need to know all that. I'm ready for it. So I think just getting away from, I guess, breaking the typical day-to-day stuff and then also getting away from the internet is just healthy.
Definitely.
Realize how good it is.
Yeah, I mean, not to bring it back to me.
Say what?
Are you sure you can leave the internet? I'm not sure. That can't be.
Yes.
No.
It was great. It was so nice.
Try your best, Lauren. You can do it.
So nice and warm out there.
I've been off the internet for... I've popped in and out, but I was barely on the internet yesterday, and I'm already feeling more chipper, so there you go.
Okay.
Try it, Lauren.
Do it.
You can do it.
But, what if someone needs something edited? Or what if some news comes down the pipe?
Well, that's when you pop in and you're like, hey, what's up? And then when you see that nothing's up, you say, all right, I'm out.
It feels irresponsible.
That's it. You just check in. I know, but we're trying to do some stuff here and there. We don't have to watchdog the area. We don't have to Aiden Pierce. It's okay. So, Michael, you said you didn't play that many games while you were at Disney, but you had to have played some games lately.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I have.
All right.
I was alive before.
Oh, what? A lie?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
I like to see you sweat.
Well, you can't.
I'd like to see John sweat.
Turn on the camera.
No.
Camera.
I can't even turn on the camera. Mike, taped up his camera on his laptop.
He doesn't want the world to see you.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Anyway, no, what have you been playing, though, Michael?
Oh, boy. Try to figure it out in my head. I guess the first big one would be Massive Chalice.
All right, yeah, that was free for games with gold.
Yeah, it's free on Xbox One. I don't think it's free on Xbox 360.
No, I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think that's Far Cry 2. If you have Xbox 360 and you have...
It's Just Cause 2.
Yes, Just Cause, same thing.
Did you download Pool Nation FX again?
No, I have that still downloaded. Why would I delete that wonderful game?
Thank God.
No, I've been playing Massive Chalice. I backed it whenever the Kickstarter was years ago. So I've played a little bit of it before. It wouldn't run great on my computer. It was just a little sluggish. And that's not to say it's some graphics horse or anything like that. It's just my computer can't run all games great. So
Yeah.
playing it on the Xbox One gave me a better understanding or a better feel for how the game is supposed to be played. It's great. It's the best game I think to really equate it to is like a Final Fantasy Tactics or an XCOM.
Right.
When you're actually battling, you are moving your characters not on a grid, but essentially on a grid. Each hero has 2 moves. You can move them twice, and like the first move has 1 radius, the second move has a second radius. Each have their own attack. There's a melee character. There's a melee and range character, and then there's just a straight range character. And then the more they level up, the more different kinds of attacks they have. So like the melee character will eventually learn a charge, so that if anything is in that melee character's sort of certain directions, like north, south, east, or west from him, it'll just go straight at that enemy, hit it for some damage, and then knock it back. And it'll knock it like, I don't know, 5 or 6 spaces, which is enough to maybe give you some space or give you a chance to move in and start attacking. But the remainder of the game, you are sort of protecting your little nation from the cadence, which is sort of like I don't think they're aliens, they're just this evil goo that spawns monsters. And you have your capital in the middle, and you build keeps. And these keeps are where you take warriors who have been hopefully battling, leveling up, and you put them in the keeps, and you couple them together. And depending on how you couple them, depending on like fertility rates, depending on certain attributes, like I think there's a drunk attribute, there's like a quick learner attribute, there's a wily attribute. Depending on how you couple them up, those will be passed down to each generation, and so will their experience.
Right.
So it kind of behooves you to take your best warriors off the battlefield before they're too old, and start having kids.
Right.
And you're researching items, and you're researching armor, and all this takes place over like about 300 years. And you're in charge the entire time, and you're waiting for the massive chalice to sort of charge up and destroy all the cadence. And as time goes by, you'll get a cadence attack, and if you lose in a territory 3 times, it just disappears, along with all the buildings you build there. So if you have like a keep there, that might destroy, all your chance of having kids. Yes, so each territory has 3 chances, and then it's gone. So it will oftentimes give you 2 different places where the cadence are attacking, and you get to choose. So if you have one territory that already has a tick or 2 gone, and you have another that's blank, you're going to want to go for the one that's a tick or 2 gone. But you also have, so each attack can have different enemies or enemy types. So you might, let's say, have bred, a lot of hunters, which are the range-only characters. They're bone arrows. So you might have like really good hunters, but if you have 2 choices in attacks, you might have one where the enemy type is really weak to hunters, but you have no reason to defend that area. But you might have another territory that's about to go, and if you don't defend it, even with your hunters, it's going to go anyways. So you kind of have to be careful about not only who you're bringing into battle, who you're breeding with, and you also have to be careful of what you're breeding. So you have to watch of like, maybe these 2 people have a low fertility rate, but they're breeding the one class that I haven't been before, and that class will actually start to disappear. So in later generations, you may be stuck with just the melee and range class. You won't have the medium tier class. Or like my first playthrough, I didn't realize that was happening, and I lost almost all my hunters at some point. So I was just like running around hitting things in the face. So it's sounds kind of complicated, and it is, but there's something really approachable about it. It's a little bit easier than an XCOM. If your soldiers are like hurt
that's
in
good,
battle,
yeah.
they don't have to spend time to heal. They're just instantly healed. Yeah. When you move your if you move your hunter somewhere, it will show you if you go over and look at the enemy, it'll put a little notch next to the enemy, like a little arrow that says, okay, if you move your hunter there, he can hit this enemy, which is really nice when you want to just move once and then attack and not take both moves at one time. So there's little helpful things that they don't make the game easier, they make it more approachable.
Yeah, this sounds like I couldn't explicitly state this, but this sounds like maybe it was Brad Muir specifically, or just someone at Double Fine played Fire Emblem Awakening and was like, I really like what they're doing with this, but let's take it a step further.
Yeah, it feels like they were playing that or XCOM, just any
That
of those
and
kinds.
XCOM. I feel like it's a combination of the two, but then taken to the next level.
Yeah, it's really good. Like
It
I'm,
sounds really neat.
yeah, I'm not usually really big into these like the XCOM kind of games. I've liked Fire Emblem before, but they usually have a difficulty ramp that's too steep for me. Like I'll hit a wall.
Fire Emblem's tough.
Yeah, I'll usually hit a wall, and it's
Like, I mean,
just,
have you played Awakening? Because Awakening is far easier than other Fire Emblem games are.
is that the last one?
That's the newest one on the 3DS. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. I think I played it on the normal difficulty, the one where if somebody died, they're dead.
Yeah. That, I mean, like, you know, it's.
I think I went back and played it on easy, where they just are revived.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did, because, I don't know, like, I think, like, other Fire Emblem games, I haven't played too much of them, but they don't, like, the characters aren't as, like, well written as Awakening's characters are. Like,
Yeah.
you want to keep everyone alive in Awakening to see what happens. So I think it does behoove you, even if you are into that kind of game and are into that realism, to play through it on easy, and then later do a run of the game with your characters able to die, just so that way when characters do die, it's not a story. It's not a sacrifice to the story. It's just, oh, I lost this unit.
Yeah, that's what's another good thing about Massive Chalice is the story, though there is one, is really light. So
Right.
I don't feel like, because I'm on my second playthrough. I don't feel like I'm hearing some stuff repeat, some voiceover stuff repeat, but it's nothing that I can't just kind of tune out, or if I can't, like, I can watch Netflix on my computer and be playing this, and it's like, well, who cares if I don't hear this line of dialogue again?
Right.
I mean, maybe it's because it's hard to tell if it's just something I knew would be for me, and therefore I really like it, or if I gambled with the Kickstarter and then also happened to like it. But I really adore it. I think it's a great game. I think it's really good if you've always looked at XCOMs and Fire Emblems and Final Fantasy Tactics and thought, like, that just looks too, like, the barrier of entry is just too high. It's especially if you have an Xbox One and you have gold, like, just download it and try it.
There's no reason not to if you have that, basically.
I think it's normally $20 on PC, and I think it's on sale right now. So if you want to throw, I think it's maybe 15. So if you think it's something you might like, or you would really like the last XCOM, because I know a lot of people did, it has a lot of those elements. But even that game, I felt, for me, just was a little, like, at some point the difficulty.
That game is a lot.
Of course, it's a lot.
It's
You're
just
defending the Earth
it's
from
so
alien
much at
invasion.
once that
Yeah.
apparently you don't win. But it just feels like, even though there's a lot in this, you're building stuff, you're researching items, like, you have to kill, just like XCOM, you have to kill a certain number of aliens to get specific items. But you don't have to go, like, retrieve bodies, you just get the bodies. So there's little bits of it are a little bit easier. You don't have to capture anything alive. But that's not to say it's hard. It's not hard. Like, I think the farthest I've gotten was about 200 something years, not 250, like 220, and it only goes to 300. So I got kind of close in my first playthrough, but it's still a challenge that I'm enjoying it. And it has harder difficulties. Like, normal, I think, is the lowest. That's what I'm playing on, and I think it has a hard, and then something else. And I know it also has Iron Man mode, where you only have one save, and every time you make a decision, it saves. You can't, like, mess with your saves and like, oh well, oops, the Cadence just destroyed that on accident. I'll just load something else. You can't do that. So it has the stuff. If you're a fan of these kinds of games and you really want it to be punishing, it still has that.
Mike just texted me another bit of game news.
Hot news.
Hot takes on hot news. Yeah, real quick, because I guess I'm just going to be talking about whatever news he sends me, which is a bad idea.
Yep.
Spike Lee is writing and directing the story mode for NBA 2K16.
Read the character name.
I like how he just
Hang on, let me read the
cuts
character
it in
name.
to tell us what to talk about.
The character's name is Frequency Vibrations.
Wait.
All right,
Wait,
I want to buy that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this off of the
Oh my
AV
God.
Club article that he sent me. NBA 2K16 story will reportedly be about the trials and tribulations of a basketball player named Frequency Vibrations, whose personal exploits off the court are as just as chaotic as the game on it.
I need to play this game now. I wasn't planning to ever play one of these, but now I need to fucking see
And
what this train wreck
like
is.
the cover of the game has 3 basketball players on it. And then underneath the logo, the NBA 2K16 logo, it straight up says a Spike Lee joint.
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
fantastic.
Wow.
I'm a little bit interested in this
Oh,
now.
man.
I wasn't
Spike Lee joints.
planning to.
Yeah, let's all get NBA 2K16 this year. We're all into it now.
It's been done.
You can play as Frequency
Andrew,
Vibrations.
you want to play as Frequency Vibrations?
I want to play as Frequency Vibrations, honestly.
I want
This
to
does
know
sound pretty
what
good.
Frequency Vibration feels like
Frequency
when it touches you.
Vibration.
Niall, edit that out.
Oh, wait, really?
Not what Lauren
Oh,
said. I
okay.
want Mike Cosimano talked over you and said
no.
something heinous, and
okay.
that needs to be edited out.
Oh,
You know
Thank
what?
you,
I know what I'm giving the name
Um,
Frequency Vibrations after this podcast.
Oh my god. All right, so Niall, now let's actually talk to you.
I
I
wasn't
hate
done.
this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Michael.
Yeah, jeez.
Continue, please.
I mean, if
This
you
is
want to
the
talk to
worst
Niall,
episode we've ever done.
You say that about every episode.
Okay, Michael, please continue speaking.
I also played and finished Roundabout.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we got a code for that.
Yep.
So, yeah, do talk about it.
I wasn't able to redeem that because I was away, but when I got back, I downloaded it, turned on my PS4 after a very long time of not turning it on.
Right.
It's fun. Like it's for those who don't know, Roundabout is from No Goblin Games. And you play as Giorgio Manos,
Uh-huh.
the world's first revolving limousine driver. It's an FMV game. The actual game part, you take a constantly rotating limo through the world, and you're essentially just navigating it through the world, around roundabouts and around cars and trees, avoiding cliffs and walls and buildings, and you eventually can jump, and you get other powers that I think it's. Yeah, you start to unlock other powers. Like I think the first one you get, you just slow down time. Some of the others are like one is an ice cream truck song, so that people just run at you, so you can run them over.
It's pretty good.
Yep. And I think another one just makes you a little smaller, which makes it much easier. And it's just playing that and Massive Chalice. They're both just super charming. And Massive Chalice has that sort of some of that Double Fine writing where it's kind of funny and whimsical, and Double Fine is, or not Double Fine, Roundabout has that as well. It's just all the FMV stuff was just kind of bad enough, but in a very knowing way that was enjoyable. And recognizing some of the people who were some of the passengers, like I believe it's E. Formerly from Microsoft, who is Mickey the Mechanic.
Yeah.
I believe one Eric Pope is a hillbilly farmer. He even has an empty Gatorade bottle, which is accurate for people who chew or dip, depending on what you do. I believe Bob Washed or Steve Kim, who is a prolific user of Giant Bomb, makes a bunch of GIFs. He's in there with his wife. So it's kind of strange, but it's awesome.
I know there's a pretty prolific Let's Player in there. I forget who it was exactly.
Is it a guy?
Yeah,
Does he have like a beard? He's a little
I
bit.
don't remember.
Yeah, because there's a guy who plays a Swedish man and then later plays a Canadian man, and it's the same character.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that, and maybe because I could recognize, the people in it, and maybe because there's a really big Ryan Davis memorial in there,
Yeah.
and I don't just mean the physical thing, like there is a statue of him, but there's a story mission that takes you by it, and in the story mission, there's a character looking for another character named China, and it says go to the memorial, and I'll meet up with her. And then when you get there, he's like, "Oh, I guess she didn't make it. I guess China don't care."
Aww.
So it's just, yeah, that made me, kind of go like, "This is a great game. I'm not
To
gonna
wipe
cry."
a few tears away.
Yeah. But it's just, it's kind of, the only thing I can poke at it with is that it's a little short. I was kind of surprised that I had finished it, but there's a lot of replay value in it. You can replay any mission. And it gives you a bunch of alternative or optional things like don't hit anything, collect all the coins, don't blow up, beat it in under this amount of time. There are a bunch of challenges.
I know that there's a speedrun mode too.
Mm-hmm. I did that. I did it in about 14 minutes. It just takes you through like all the story missions is it will say you start here, now go to this yellow circle, now go to this other yellow circle, and then go to this other yellow circle, and the last one will be green. And there'll be sometimes little FMV moments in there, and all you're doing is you're just listening to you're trying to get through everything, but you're really just listening to the voiceover, and you're watching the movies like that. It's a vehicle, no pun intended. It's a vehicle to deliver those jokes, and it's just fun. Like too many games aren't fun, and that one was just kind of.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah. And I'm trying to write something up about it, a little review, because I played it on the PS4, and I know it's new to the PS4 or was new last week.
Yeah.
So, but that's really all I've been able to get around to. I'm hoping to start playing, catch up on the Game of Thrones episodes.
That's fine. Do what you can do.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe this weekend I'll be able to play them and write it up. So.
All right.
Yeah, and
That's good.
That's mostly it. Everything else is smaller stuff that really doesn't need to be talked about.
All right. Fair enough.
Now you can talk
right.
to Niall.
I'm sorry, Michael. I just knew that Niall had something that he really, really wants to get off of his chest.
Then let's talk to Lauren again.
No. Listen, Niall.
Yeah.
First up, I want to ask you how you're doing.
I was doing great until we started this. Now
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
so good.
This is going to be a hard trial for you, but I'm hoping that it won't be that bad.
Well,
Niall, my friend.
Whatever,
Yeah.
leave it all in.
Yeah, just leave it all in. We had a good time.
Uncut.
Yeah, you get
Raw.
Yeah, you can hear Mike's very, very light cookie shifting.
I can I can't
hear
hear
it
that,
either.
so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You sound like a crazy person.
Alright,
You can
sure.
hear the squeaking that's coming from above me, like in whatever they're doing upstairs. I don't know.
That I did hear.
Oh my god.
I don't wanna know.
A rat's fucking above you
Probably.
right now, Niall?
No, I'm right under my landlord's bedroom, so.
Oh boy, okay.
Ratsfucking.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, buy ratsfucking.com for Chooch. Redirected to Chooch.
I mean,
Ratsfucking.biz.
yeah.
.biz.
Stuff is.
Alright.
We're professionals.
Let's not actually do that. That sounds terrible.
Get him out of here too, because
It's
he's
not the most
he's
terrible
threatening
thing
to
we're gonna do
ruin
in the next
the
hour.
podcast.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we have Umbrage Liker in here. Get him out of here!
He
alright,
straight up
but
sent me a tweet like 20 minutes ago saying he was gonna ruin the end of the show. So
You're going to ruin the end of the show, Mike?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the die has been cast.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
this is awful.
This is awful.
This is great.
Alright, but no, Niall. You played a game recently.
I did.
You want to tell us about this game?
Sure. It's called Operation Abyss for the Vita, and here's my review. It fucking sucks.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking dreadful. There is no embargo, thankfully, but it's not out until next week. And here's my advice: don't buy it.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling up my notes here on my phone. I have like 3 pages worth of notes.
Oh boy!
Wow.
I cannot wait for this review.
Yeah, and
This
like
isn't a
I'm
review;
not,
it's a takedown.
yeah, I'm not even like I'm like 7-8 hours into this thing, and I've already got this much to complain about.
Oh my God.
So like, okay, so
Pick out some highlights because
Yeah,
I
that's
want
what-
people to read your full
the
thoughts. 'Cause
scathing
that sounds
review that's
nuts.
coming
Yeah.
sometime next week. Okay, so like last year, John, I think it was you. It might have been Cosimano, but I think it was you reviewed Demon Gaze.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so it's made by the same people that made Demon Gaze.
Just to give some like backstory.
Yeah.
Demon Gaze. I talked about it a while back, but it was just a very basic anime dungeon crawler. There wasn't really anything too terrible about it. It was bare bones. You could hire mercenaries to help you. You fought big witch demon things, and you could put them on your team if you beat them. It was just very anime. That like my big complaints were just like the writing was really dumb and it was super. It was kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really teach you how to do different things. That was really it. It was a very like I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think because it was middle of the road, just whatever. If you like those kinds of games, it was a good enough one of those. That's pretty much it. Now, Operation Abyss.
Yeah, and as somebody who does like enjoy dungeon crawlers and JRPGs and stuff, I can like straight up say this is bad for that genre. Like I know people when you know who like these kinds of games, when they see a bad review of it, they typically like go, "Oh well, you just don't get it, or you just don't like it." No, like I play these games, and this is a shitty one of those.
Right.
So like, okay, in every way possible, it just fucking like annoys me. Like, so, like, one of the basic things that you expect in any RPG is that when you start and you're in a battle, your characters are equipped with just basic weaponry, right?
Sure.
They're not in this. You have to equip them yourself, which the game doesn't tell you, and the game drops you into battle without explaining like how any of those systems of the battle actually work. So you're doing 1 damage, and you're like, okay, why am I only doing 1 damage? And then you check, and you find out, oh, because I don't have anything equipped. So that, like,
Oh,
immediately
boy.
that, like, rubbed me the wrong way. And then, like, so you can't... So you have 2 rows of attackers, sort of like, you know, like Persona Q, I guess, or something like that.
Like an Etrian Odyssey
And
kind of thing.
Etrian Odyssey, yeah. No,
Suikoden.
yeah, anything like that.
Suikoden.
So you have your 2 rows of attackers, but only your front row can physically attack. So when I started, like, you can go with a default team, or you can create your own. So I created my own, and like I picked the character classes and stuff. So I like had a character who was an archer. So she didn't have any spells, and she didn't have like, so she couldn't attack because the weakest or like the cheapest bow in the game you can get is level 2. So that character couldn't do anything because she was in the back row, so she couldn't even punch. So like it was just all I could do with her was guard, and that like drove me fucking crazy like right from the start, because okay, you're giving me a character and a class, and you won't even let me use this character. This character can do literally nothing.
What a mess.
Like at the start of the game, and then as I was going through that like first dungeon that isn't, you know, just like a tutorial basically, I found out that I got to a point where like the door was locked, and the game was like, oh, the door is locked and you can't advance unless you have a character who is this specific class, which I didn't have. So I had to go out of the dungeon and remove my archer and replace her with a character who was that class, so that I could just go and open the door. So like the way it works is you essentially have to have this one character class that is the weakest class in the game, and like has lower health, lower magic, lower like everything. But you need to have one so that you can open locked doors. And that
Could you like open the door and then leave and then take them out?
you could, but like you would need to take them with you anyway, because they're also the only ones so far that I've seen that are able to disarm traps, and you run into traps like constantly.
I see.
So normally you'd take like a decent chunk of damage or magic damage or lose items depending on what the trap is. But they seem to be the only ones, at least at lower levels, that are actually capable of disarming them. So it's like, okay, you're going to make me take this totally useless character when you could have easily passed this on to like the rogue class or the archer class as like, you know, like it's a very typical thing in RPGs to have a rogue who can disarm traps and lockpick and things like that. Like, why you couldn't just have that as a class that can actually do things? I don't know. Like, it's extremely annoying and like really frustrating.
Yeah, that sounds real terrible.
Yeah, and like the game is there's really complex systems in that game, and it explains none of it to you. Like, it has a tendency to just constantly drop you into situations and just expect you to know what to do, even like though it hasn't explained it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a part where they were actually explaining something, and it was like, okay, did you get all that? And I was like, no, I didn't get all that, because it's just, you're just rattling off terms like and not actually saying how it works. So I clicked no. So I was like, okay, let me just read it again, see. And the character just goes, oh, that's okay, just check the handbook. And I just went, okay. So I opened the handbook, and the handbook had like 3 lines on this whole system. And I was just like, great, that's garbage. Like, you're trying to tell me this thing that you're explaining really poorly and is clearly like a huge part of the game, and you couldn't be arsed to do it. And now I just have to figure out a way around it. And the writing is really, really awful too. And like, you remember how you were talking about in Omega Quintet, you would hear that one phrase, time to get to work.
Time to get to work.
Constantly.
Every goddamn 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. Like, it had to have been every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that
Time to get to work.
Yeah, that happens in this game too. If I hear the phrase "This is Kaito" one more time, I'm gonna scream. Like, it's so bad. And like, what else can I say without like really just spoiling the review totally? There's a really weird like method of storytelling in the game.
Okay, how so?
You have a player character who is essentially like the character that goes through the story.
Right.
That character doesn't take part in battle at all, and like doesn't seem to exist outside the story itself. Like, as far as the gameplay goes, that character is non-existent. And it's really strange. It's a really weird way of, like...
That's bizarre.
Yeah. So, like, your character isn't even a member of your party. Your party is just these 6 characters that you have that fight in dungeons. So even though your character exists, ostensibly, he or she does not actually have a role in combat or in gameplay.
Yeah, wow.
And it's bizarre.
That is really weird.
Yeah, it's a really strange choice, and I don't really understand what they were going for with that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone understood what they were going for in any part of that game. This sounds like it was like almost
mess.
Thrown together. Yeah, that sounds like a real mess. And like I said, Demon's Gaze wasn't stellar, but this sounds like such a drop of quality from that.
It sort of feels
immense.
Like they just had a bunch of assets and drawings, and they're just like, just throw them together and just slap them on something.
Like, that's kind of what Demon Gaze felt like, because, I mean, I talked about it in the review, but they give you all these choices of what character you can be,
mm-hmm.
and they never refer to you as anything other than a human male.
Yeah, you don't even get that in this game. You just get, like you can have a default team that the game gives you at the start, or you can create your own characters from, like, a base set of templates and character classes and things like that.
And yeah, like they did that in Demon Gaze too, so that part doesn't surprise me. But the strange, like,
Yeah,
because there were traps and stuff in Demon Gaze, but the way that you circumvented them wasn't that, oh, you need a certain class. Like, you would pick characters and and like you could just hire mercenaries to add to your team,
yeah,
and that would just be for combat. It was purely for combat. If you wanted to disarm certain traps, you beat bosses, and then you could go deeper into other dungeons. Like, it was basically just like,
yeah.
okay, you go as far as you can in this dungeon, beat this boss, then you go to another dungeon with this boss as your like minion or whatever, and then you could traverse this area and get to the next boss.
Yeah, like
It was like that.
Yeah.
This just sounds like they were trying to do something with like D&D-esque, and they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, almost in a way. Like, I'm sure later on in the game, like, probably my white mage or my, like, rogue character will probably learn how to open doors or something like that. But, like, at that point, it's going to be like, okay, now I gotta go grind my archer or whatever back, like, to being a
Yeah,
competent
you shouldn't
level
have to do
magician.
that.
Yeah. You know, like,
You should just be able to have your party, level them up, make sure that they're combat ready
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, because like I had built at the start when I was because I decided instead of using the default team that I'd make my own, I had built them specifically and like picked the character classes specifically for a certain style of play, which was to have like a front row that was based on doing different kinds of like melee damage, having a healer, having a black mage, and having a ranged fighter. And then like that was immediately just like rendered invalid because my ranged fighter couldn't use her only weapon because the weakest one needs her to be level 2. So all
Yeah,
she
that's just
all she could do was use items, and then
it sounds like the kind of game where it shouldn't give you options.
yeah,
Like the
it
fact that
does.
they gave you these options is what's killing it. Like if you just went in there with the default classes, you probably would have been fine. Like
Yeah.
it really sounds like they went, oh, people like customizable things these days. We need to shove that in real quick.
Yeah, and it's like the character class that like you need to open the doors and stuff is called the academic, and
Okay.
the spells they learn as they go through the game are all support spells, and I don't see why you couldn't just put those support spells on a white mage.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't make sense. Like it's yeah. Like I feel like you said, you shouldn't have a option to not have this character class that the game is telling you is essential to have. And like if you look through the like handbook of the game that it gives you, like in game, it even tells you, oh, you need to have this character class. But like you're not going to look at that unless you absolutely like need to look at it. Like,
Unless
it
you're
doesn't,
stuck.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you, oh, look at the handbook and it'll tell you how to make your party. Like it's
And then even then, if the handbook is going to tell you how to make your party, then why bother giving you the option?
The option, or if you're gonna make a character have to have this skill, make the protagonist, the player character, have that skill. You know.
Exactly.
And then just give me 5 slots to make my own party.
Exactly. It's bullshit. That sounds really messy.
Yeah, it's a mess, and the story is terrible, and the voice acting is really bad, and it gets pretty racist at times too. And
yeah,
I was just like, oh, this is really bad so far. Like at the point I've gotten, it hasn't gotten super shitty in its dealings with female characters yet. But I can see that being just around the corner because like so far there's only basically 2 female characters, and that's another thing. Like you have all these NPCs who are like basically like your friends at school or whatever. Like and
yeah. I mean, can you elaborate what the story of this is at all?
It's nonsense.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah,
tell us about this nonsense.
It's like a vaguely cyberpunk future, but it's kind of like really half-assed cyberpunk. Like
Okay.
Like the characters all look super cyberpunk, and like that kind of thing, but the world itself doesn't seem especially technologically advanced or anything, which is really kind of strange, and like it's sort of this weird feeling to it. And so from like what I can gather, because it's a mess, there's basically you're a part of this secret government organization that's being called in to stop this race of mutants that are responsible for killing girls. And it's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's all standard anime bullshit, and there's secret corporations involved that are like like portraying themselves as being for the social good and equality and everything, but really they're the bad guys. And it's just
it's the SJWs. They're the bad guys.
yeah, that's exactly what I fucking thought when they brought that up. I was like, are they making this about SJWs and stuff? And I was like, oh my god, no.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know about
that's
you,
the
but I
way
think
it
a
comes.
great villain.
Yeah, that's the way it comes across at first. They've kind of just like forgotten about it so far, as where I am, like that they haven't been mentioned again. But like, you have this cast of characters, because none of your party are characters. They're just like
Yeah, they're just yeah. I mean,
just
that's how it was.
soldiers,
That's how it was in Demon Gaze,
yeah.
because
So like,
they were all just hired soldiers that didn't get involved in the story, and that worked in that plot because you were like a chosen one, and then everyone else was just someone who worked under you.
yeah,
And like that works because you're the one who takes control of the situation. But if you know,
yeah, like in this, there's basically like a core of characters who are involved in the story, but who aren't actually involved in anything else. They just show up in cutscenes. It's like, here's your classmate Johnny, here's your classmate, I forget her name, like here's the student council president, here's your teacher lady, and like they just sort of exist in the world, but they don't do anything. And they all, like, another weird thing is they all refer to you as a group, like as if you and your party are all one entity that are always like together all the time. But yet
maybe that'd be an interesting like end if like the camera just turned around and you were just like all fused together like this hideous mass, and you were just like, kill us.
The camera won't turn around because there's no animation in the game. Everything is just a still, like, and really ugly sprites. Like,
Gross.
yeah, it's just really bad. I hate it. It's awful.
I'm sorry, Niall, but
okay.
I look forward to your review.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't have to pay money for it, because I probably would have paid money for it. Like, because it looked promising.
Because you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looked promising, and like it was by a team that like have experience and that had made all right games in the past, and
like they should have time to improve. They should have built on Demon Gaze and made something more interesting. Just, you know, fixed the, like, if they just made a straight up sequel to Demon Gaze and made it so you could actually customize your character and they don't just call you he, and like just did something different with it, like that would be fine.
yeah.
But it just sounds like they tried to do something different, but completely blundered any like structure that they made with Demon Gaze and just dropped the ball completely.
It feels like a bunch of half-baked ideas just kind of thrown together into one kind of mess and just shipped.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame, because that game looked really cool when like screenshots of it came out, and like, but yeah, it's a real disappointment, and I would not recommend it to anyone.
All right.
That's a shame.
Yeah, even if you are like the most ardent fan of the genre, I would say maybe
stay away.
Stay away. There's a new Etrian Odyssey game coming out in a couple of months. Just wait for that.
Yeah.
See.
All right. Did you play anything else, or?
That was pretty much it. I've been busy with work stuff, so
I'm so sorry.
yeah. So that's all I've had time to play.
You poor bastard.
Yeah, you
I'm so
poor.
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I knew what I was getting into when I took the job on
didn't?
here. When I took the job on here, I knew I was
okay.
I was gonna potentially have to play some bad stuff.
We all do.
You're our
Yeah.
Alex Navarro.
I will happily take on the role.
But I like playing shitty games sometime. Like I had fun getting that Omega Quintet review out there, and
You had a lot
know.
of fun with Witch of the 100 Nights, didn't you?
Oh, I had so much fun with Witch and the 100 Night. I cannot wait for
Yeah.
the remake, reboot, whatever the fuck.
They're making that.
Oh,
aren't
Yeah,
they
they
are.
are.
It's a reboot, or not? It's not a reboot. It's just it's like an HD remake.
Yeah.
And they're making it so you can play as the witch. So I can't wait for her to just be like shooting a beam and just yelling all kinds of shitty stuff at all the women, just like you piece of shit. And it's like, thanks. I love this. I love this so much. Thank you, Witch and the 100 Night.
It's really a
My
shame
favorite.
too. The Witch is a great character design.
I mean, I kind of liked the art style of that game.
Yeah, I
that
like
is
the art style.
that is one
It's
positive,
kinda
but
wasted.
yeah, that really went down the tube. Like I like it has a similar art style to like Disgaea. Disgaea has a
Yeah,
real good art style.
That's the same developer.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't we move on to news here?
Sure.
All right, we got a lot
Hot
of news. We got some hot scoops.
Oops.
Sweat.
All right. Lauren, you were talking about visual novels earlier.
Yeah.
So, this isn't a brand new game in the series. This game's actually been out for a while, but I guess a new port of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star is coming out this fall.
Yeah. They're making a new Hatoful Boyfriend, aren't they?
I mean, I thought this was a big surprise, but then I actually messaged one of my friends who likes Hatoful Boyfriend, and she told me, no, that game's been out since 2012.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of ancient.
This is just, I guess this is just a Steam release
Yeah.
with I don't know if it's a new translation or not, but it's an updated version for Steam, and they're also going to bring it to PS4 and Vita.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just more birds to date.
Yeah, basically.
So, if you're into that,
That game is real funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have not played the first one. I mean to, though. I definitely want to check that out, and they'll probably put the first one on sale on Vita or something when the sequel comes out, so maybe I'll pick that up.
Yep.
There's
also, I've heard some rumblings that it's actually getting a sequel too.
Oh, we're gonna get another Hatoful Boyfriend. Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna get another Hatoful Boyfriend.
I've heard that
Well, I
too.
mean-
I've seen that in some places.
Yeah.
That's good. Because I mean, it was really popular in the U.S. Like I remember last year during E3, I wanted to just walk in and play it because I was expecting nobody to really be playing it. But I went over to the Devolver didn't even have a booth; they just had a bunch of trailers across the street, and I walked over to the trailer for Hatoful Boyfriend, and I was just like, "Hey, is there any chance I could play this game?" And they were like, "No, this has been booked until E3 is over.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to be able to play this." And I was like, "Well, all right."
Wow.
Damn.
So, I mean, it was on day 2, but still,
Still.
the fact that it was like a whole day and a half just completely booked. That's really impressive.
Well, I mean, Hatoful Boyfriend is. It's kind of iconic, I guess, of the Otome
It's just
genre.
In a way,
it's just it's so just weird and out there that people would just check it out just to be like, oh, it's this pigeon dating game, but then it's actually funny.
Yeah.
So, people get into it. All right, let's see. Next bit of news. The list of games that are getting added to the Video Game Hall of Fame, the initial class, has been confirmed.
Oh yeah.
The choices are Pong, Pac-Man, Mario Bros, Tetris, we gotta scroll down, Doom, World of Warcraft, and that's it. So that's a pretty solid list. Like if
Someone likes pixels.
I mean, if someone were to ask, like, off the top of your head what the most important games of all time were, I think that's a really solid list.
I don't.
I mean, well, maybe. I mean, just as a like super base level, like this is what just completely set up just games in general. Like maybe not WoW, because WoW is a bit more
I actually
recent.
think WoW is the most like. I don't think it's that good of a list.
Are you?
Like
I mean,
Pong, okay, sure. Pac-Man, no. Tetris is really amazing and influential, but it like how many games have you seen that are like straight descended from Tetris?
every mobile
lot.
game ever.
Yeah, like okay, this
Like
okay.
all these games. Sorry, John, but all these games are like then it's not saying that these games are themselves like the greatest things ever. It's kind of saying that these games like created something. Like Tetris
And-
made the Game Boy huge, which is the only reason there's games on cell phones. Like you can go point to point and go like, well, suddenly people were gaming on like going places. That like revolutionized the Japanese market. Like,
Yeah, and like to
I mean,
put it
yeah,
in
but, like,
perspective,
what about
I'm-
Pac-Man?
I'm
that
okay to put it.
revolution, Pac-Man like invented the arcade era. Like if it weren't for really Ms. Pac-Man, but Pac-Man was so
Yeah.
so crazy big, they had to make
I mean,
Ms.
Pac-Man was a
Pac-Man.
big deal. Pac-Man was a big deal, yeah, but like I wouldn't say it invented arcades. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that went with it.
I mean, yeah,
There's like Street Fighter 2 and
But Pac-Man like made it. It didn't invent arcades where like people like us think about it. Because I don't go to an arcade to go like I'm gonna go play Pac-Man. I think like, do you have food fight? But for the average person, like if you asked probably people who are maybe our parents' age, like name video games that are really big to you, they'll go like, there's that Mario game and Pac-Man, and they'll say Pong. Like that, those are the games.
Those are the games that
I'm not
really,
saying
like,
they're not important, but I'm saying that they're not.
I
don't
just
think they're
Lauren.
the 6 greatest classics.
No,
No,
like
you're-
Lauren,
you're
like
right.
okay, let's be real, Lauren. This is first off, this is just the initial class of the Hall of Fame. This is just the start, and secondly, I think these games are just important on like a tremendously worldwide scale. I would say, like, don't think of it as
on
just
a
like
cultural level.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cultural level more than just like a gameplay level.
But then
Because
why
like,
aren't we talking about Mule?
about what?
Mule.
Mule?
Yeah, Mule.
What?
You don't know Mule?
No, what are you talking about?
Let me pull up the Wikipedia article.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's,
okay.
it's-
Well, let me be real then. If okay, look. First off, this was voted on by people.
Yeah.
I know.
So if you have to pull up something on Wikipedia, that should explain everything for you. But I mean, like, let's just look at each of these things. Like, Pong was, I mean, it wasn't the first video game. There were a couple other ones, but it was the first just nationally recognized game.
It also
And then-
brought video games home. Like it started
Yeah.
at Atari. That was like the first time a lot of people realized, like, oh, I am manipulating something on my TV.
Mhm.
Like you're
And
right.
then-
Like none of these games. These are sort of.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't even think they're the 6 like great origin games.
No, because
I mean, no.
even World
Well,
of
yeah,
Warcraft
'cause,
is
I
a
mean-
different
Because World of
origin.
Warcraft isn't there. Doom, sure, we can give. Although Doom should really be Wolfenstein 3D. World
Yeah,
of Warcraft should
Doom
probably
was-
be Ultima Online.
But these were the ones that made the biggest impact, I feel. Like, Wolfenstein was a big deal, but Doom was the big FPS. WoW was the big
Well, okay,
MMO.
are we doing this based on like historical influence, or are we doing this based on popularity?
I mean, it's kind of it's
It's
both because
both, yeah.
it's both because it was voted on by fans. And I'm just saying that I think that this is a solid list,
Yeah.
especially considering that a bunch of fans voted on it.
Yeah, these are
I'd
the,
like-
I don't
these
think
are
it's a solid list.
these are like the games that are most in the wider public conscience. Like if you
Yeah,
are
but I don't
not,
think that's
if
the
you
kind
are
of crap you need to be sticking in a museum.
But like
It's a Hall of
because it's
Fame,
relevant because it's relevant because it's what brings or it's what brought the medium to the wider public. It's what
Yeah, Lauren,
it's
we're
what
not talking
brought it
about- we're
into
not-
mainstream view. Not as in like what is most important to people who are dead hardcore. This is like what really brought it to everyone. You know, like sure you
Yeah.
might say that Wolfenstein 3D is like the precursor to Doom, and it is, and that's important because it was the first of those ones of games. But if you like go on the street and ask like a person who has never really played video games that much in their life, which do you think came which do you know,
Why do we
Doom
care
or
about what
Wolfenstein?
people-
Because it's important. Because it's like these are the things that like are.
It's a cultural
our game.
impact thing,
Yeah,
Lauren.
these are the things that everyone associates with it. You know.
It's like it's like if you were to teach a video game class.
Yeah.
Sure. There are those little nuggets of like, okay, really, it's Wolfenstein 3D. Really, it's Ultima or EverQuest. It's not World of Warcraft. But if you teach like a movies class, you just go to those classics. Like you go to Casablanca, or you go to the first talkies. Like
when you teach a movie class, you teach movies that are historically. You teach like Birth of a Nation.
Yeah, but you could. I'm sure there's a lot of arguments to be made that this not the this isn't where it first started, or sometimes you teach sort of big like moments. Like yes, World of Warcraft isn't the one that made the MMO like popular or good, but it was that moment. It was the touchstone. It's what not just everybody can look at and go like, I recognize that, but it's also what made 10 million subscribers. Like it's being good on multiple fronts. Like it's successful on multiple fronts, not just as a video game that we like to go back and play, but as like something that impacted culture, something that impacts business, something that impacts. It's and the thing with Hall of Fames in general. Like if you go look at sports Hall of Fames, a lot of it's popularity.
Yeah,
like
it's the big names.
Yeah, like baseball players aren't getting voted in because people know they use steroids, but so because they're now unpopular, they're not getting in. So like this will never be. These are the greatest games of all time list.
I don't think games are the kind of things that should be stuck in a Hall of Fame, then.
No, they shouldn't. It should be a museum.
It should be a museum, and they should be talking about like the historical impact of stuff.
They should.
Like there are people that do that kind of stuff. There are game catalogers, and that is super interesting. But I just feel like a big video game Hall of Fame that a bunch of like guys in suits will walk up on stage and accept awards for isn't that kind of thing. Like the games that you are talking about that you want to have like be recognized are games that like the creators are completely unknown and like not to say that they shouldn't be, but that nobody cares about anymore. And it's not fair, but that's just how history is.
You're talking about like a Smithsonian exhibit. These are like the flashy.
I'm kind of annoyed because the Smithsonian exhibit did the same thing.
Yeah, well, that's because they don't know better.
Yeah.
At least someone else agrees with me on that.
Yeah.
This is
I feel so alone when I'm trying to tell to friends, like, look, the Smithsonian exhibit completely lacks cultural understanding of the medium.
No, I think game preservation and talking about stuff like that is really neat, but the average Joe doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Like, if you walked up to someone and were just like, hey, I know you're a big Doom fan, but have you tried Wolfenstein 3D? That came out first, and that laid the groundwork. They're going to be like, who fucking cares? I want to make maps in Doom, It's.
I think a lot of people who really loved Doom also really loved Wolfenstein 3D first.
I mean,
Doom
back then.
Was big on the back of Wolfenstein 3D's reputation.
Back then, but like if you ask someone what
was big on the back of like EverQuest's reputation. I mean,
you're not wrong, but I think it's sort of what the problem is we are not far enough out of like video games being really, really popular and really, really accepted, like where they were in maybe like the early to mid 90s when they were just sort of a part of life. We're not far enough out from that for people to look back and go like, oh, we're really losing this stuff. And I don't mean like us. I mean we are, but I think the common Joe doesn't realize that. Like, yeah, maybe if you went and asked a regular person, hey, do you know that Ataris are, like, hard to find now? And they'd be like, that makes sense. But if you told them, like, top-loader NESs are really difficult to find now, they'd be like, what are you talking about? Who cares? Yeah. So it really leaves it up to really enthusiasts to kind of remember all the connections. Because
PlayStation 2s are going to be hard to find soon.
Yeah, like, we have to keep that stuff together and the history together because there are going to be Hall of Fames that just stick World of Warcraft in, and people will be like, what was EverQuest? So it's going to take time before people really look back and go like, oh, it's such a shame all those SNES games are gone, And luckily, people who like video games are crazy. And there are people out there collecting that stuff and in some circles making museums. But it's a strange thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lauren, why don't you start up your own museum?
Give me some startup capital and I will.
I've got
maybe someday.
I got $5.
Okay, cool. With this $5, I am going to go and buy 5 old bargain bin PlayStation 1 games.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Uh,
Honestly, like stuff like that is really neat. Like I watched, there was an episode of GameSpot's The Point where Danny O'Dwyer talked to a game preservation analyst. And it was just super neat because the guy was like, "Yeah, I started this because I bought some Atari games at a flea market, and it was this unreleased game that nobody had ever seen before." And it just stuff like that starts like that, and it's so neat, and it is something that does need to be preserved because games as art are something that is very difficult to keep because things deteriorate, and the only way to really right now to keep track of all that stuff is through piracy, and that's shitty because people have to ROM dump to keep things alive, and it's illegal. And that is something I strongly believe that we need to fix is making some sort of not pardon, but some sort of
Safe
the
space.
DMCA exemption?
yeah, some sort of exemption to let people
Like the one that Electronic Frontier Foundation has been arguing for?
exactly. Games are getting taken offline. Old games are deteriorating. We need to be able to keep people's work. It's a damn shame.
Yes, it is. Although it does make me wonder what my PlayStation 1 and 2 library is going to be worth in 50 years.
Probably a lot, honestly.
Probably.
As those games get rarer and rarer.
Siphon Filter 3 now for $150. Who wants it?
Yeah.
I heard, last I checked Valkyrie Profile, the PlayStation 1 game was going for $80.
It's fucked up. All right, let's move on to...
I'm just lucky I managed to play it.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know, like there's things that are useful, like people or companies get putting games up on PSN and stuff, like Tron Bonne finally being playable, and you don't have to spend $180 on it. But it's there's so many hoops you have to jump through. Like they got Tron Bonne up there, but there's still a good chance that they're never going to be able to put Legends 1 up. Like I read a pretty interesting article about like what's taking them from putting Legends 1 and 2 on PSN, and it's not for any of the reasons that people think it is. It's because Mega Man Legends 1 has some like advertising in it for a company that I guess doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it would probably get them in trouble if they put the game out without having to basically reskin a bunch of the game. So they could actually put out Legends 2 with no problem, but they're just not going to do that because it's 2 and not 1. Yeah. And it's such a story-driven game. Because like Tron Bonne is a prequel, so that's how they could do that, because it doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the story. They can get away with it. But they'd have to reskin Legends, and like if they're going to do that, I feel like they would just go through the effort and just make Legends HD.
It's completely unrelated, but it just crossed my mind. Whatever happened to like the monster racing game genre, like Monster Rancher and stuff?
Pokemon.
That's a good question.
Pokemon took it over.
Like Pokemon still happens, but that is a good question though, because there hasn't been a Monster Rancher game in ages, and I would love for them to have another one of those.
Rancher 2-ish.
But no, there was Monster Rancher 4, and then they did some on the DS, and those, but then the one that was bad, I remember as a kid, I fucking hated it. It was Monster Rancher Evo, and then they didn't do one. And then they didn't do one after that. Like they made one bad game, and then they just stopped.
It was
Was there another one?
I'm looking through here. Monster Rancher DS was good, and I'm pretty sure it actually came after Monster Rancher Evo.
Oh, well...
But it looks like the last one
that's very strange.
Monster Rancher DS, yeah.
Okay, that's very strange. And I mean, Digimon games haven't really been about actually raising the monsters recently, I don't think. No. I mean, well, no, they did that remake of Digimon World 1, I think, but then...
I love that game so much.
Digimon World 1 is so fucking good. I
know.
They need to bring that over here.
Oh, it was so much fun.
They need to bring that over here, and they need to bring Digimon Cyber Sleuth over here. That's not a monster raising one, I don't think.
Okay. I got legit, like, fist fights over Digimon World 1.
That's scary, Lauren. Don't hit your friends over Digimon World 1. Be nice.
I was a terrible child.
Mm-hmm. Nothing has changed. No.
Hey, I'm not a child anymore.
I know, but
Now I'm just a terrible woman.
you're still terrible. No, let's move on to the next bit of news here before we get too far off track. So some Steam machines got announced.
Steam machines.
Steam machine.
Let me.
Psst, Niall.
No.
Yeah, you
Don't
want
be
to.
like that.
Come on, don't be like that.
No.
You know you want to.
No.
Come on.
You've already given me enough to do.
So Valve announced that Steam machines are coming out in November.
That's soon.
Yeah, November 10th. Dell announced some Alienware ones that will range in price from $449 to $749. And Cyber's Power announced their Steam machines, and they will be $499, $729, and $1419, depending on the specs.
Do we have like good details on the internals of these things? 'Cause
Yeah, they've confirmed the internals. I'm not going to list exactly everything about it. Like, Lauren, if you want to take a look at the link that's in the chat has all that.
well, I'm looking at the Polygon article right now.
Yeah, that's all broken down there. But they seem to be pretty high level PC specs. But
I mean, if you're getting like an $800 PC for $450 or then
yeah, if you are ending up saving money and you don't really care about getting a computer that does anything other than gaming, like this seems like a pretty solid thing to do. If you're just like, okay, I got some ratty laptop to just do my surfing and my writing and all that, and then I can
and
just
then you have a
have
Steam machine on the side. Yeah,
yeah,
I think that would be good.
that seems valid. But if you are the kind of person who wants to have a good computer and will put money into it, I think it'd be pretty safe to just get a computer that can play games.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think it's
I'm
for
kind of
those
in a
people.
I'm kind of in a weird position here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I have a lot of PC gaming background,
Sure.
and I'd like to get back into it, but my desktop rig just kind of up and died
Right.
like a couple years back. I think I remember talking about that, and so I've been stuck with this laptop, and you're never gonna get like. I can't
What you
even,
need.
I can't even run Star Citizen on this laptop.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's like a $500 Steam machine, and so to actually get up to like hardware parity, I'd probably need $500 or $600.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get like a $450 Steam machine that can like run all the games I need it to and well, then like that's already putting me ahead of the curve.
Right.
Because I'm getting a new computer anyways. I'm perfectly happy with my laptop in terms of like work applications and web surfing and such. It needs a better video card. But you can't swap out video cards on laptops.
Mm-hmm.
So for people whose like entire upgrade cycle is driven by gaming needs, essentially, I think they could make sense.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So for me, like, given that they're actually cheaper than a comparative computer, they make sense.
Yeah, I think it's for like that middle market people who are kind of maybe scared by,
That too.
yeah, people who are scared by PC gaming and people who are maybe are looking like to get into it, but just maybe don't want to make their own computer or who knows why. I think it's a good option, but business wise, I have no clue why they're making these.
Yeah, I don't see them pulling big profits.
It's
I'm not
just
sure.
I feel like they would bring in some profit if it wasn't so spread out. If everyone and their mother wasn't making a different one, I think that's going to confuse the market a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I do
And
too.
it's too much. If Valve just partnered with one person and made their Steam machine and
Well, that's not really
sold
Valve's
that,
style.
and that's why they're gonna fail. Valve tries too hard to get all of their hands in all of the cookie jars, and they just don't have enough hands for that.
I think some of it comes.
Valve has a lot of hands.
I think some of it comes from, when you're a PC, when your job is to sell PC games, you don't want to piss PC companies off.
Yeah.
So the last thing you want to do is go partner up with Dell, and then all the other companies are like, how about you go fuck yourself? Like, we would love to have
with
made.
Dell and Asus is like, what's wrong with you? Why didn't you choose us?
Yeah.
We're the top performing manufacturer in the market.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard. It's a hard place for them, and the problem is, like Lauren said, it confuses the market, which is kind of bad when the market is probably people who, I don't want to say get easily confused, but maybe get easily frustrated and just don't really want to deal with, like, okay, which one do I buy to play Skyrim all the time? Like, that's really what people who want to play PC gaming but don't get into it want to know. So it's a strange little market. I'm afraid to call it niche because I feel like that's kind of writing it off, but it seems really niche. But I'm kind of interested in it.
The customer base is like,
I'm sure there's some PC gamers who maybe want to just buy it, and because I definitely know people who like playing PC games but hate having to keep up with hardware, hate having to okay, what do I have to download now? I think there is a market, albeit a small one. I think there's a market for people who just want to buy something, have it, and then can kind of treat it like a console where it's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do anything with it. It plays to my TV, and it plays. It not only plays all the games I want it to play, but it plays games I can't play on an Xbox One or PS4, and maybe even plays them better. So
I mean, I guess the thing that I'm really nervous about is that Valve has surely heard all of these kinds of worries before.
you would hope.
Well, Valve is a company that's nothing if not good at keeping their ear to the ground. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, I would hope so, but at the same time, they make
I just
really
wonder, is it a
big
little
blunders.
Concerning that they haven't tried to put any of these concerns to rest about who these machines are for.
I don't think they care because I bet they're not, with all these other companies making them, they're not investing into them heavily. They are a little bit in terms of PR, especially, but
this just seems like
if they come out and flop, who does it really hurt? They lose a little money, but it's
manufacturers, I guess.
Yeah, but
exactly, and that's not them. This seems like them being like they're gonna push real hard on it if it starts getting successful, but if it doesn't catch on, they can just drop it really easily.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think Valve has any skin in the game?
No,
I think they have some. I don't think they have as much as if they were making it themselves.
They don't have enough to care.
Yeah,
they have skin in the game, but if they lose that, they're not gonna die from it.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an option. It's a smart move because you're not investing a lot into it. It competes with consoles, but it keeps the good things about a PC. It takes away some of the complications of a PC. It's overall a smart business move, but if you don't have billions of dollars to invest into your own console, your own Steam box, or whatever you want to call it, this is its own thing. You can tell everybody, whoever wants a PC but doesn't want to deal with it, just go buy this. And if it doesn't work, you're like, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
We're still Steam.
Yeah. They have a lot to fall back on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to our next bit of news, if we move on to. Okay, this one was leaked a couple nights ago, but now it's been officially confirmed. This was the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection for PS4. It brings the first 3 Uncharted games all out on October 4th, and when you purchase that, you also get the multiplayer beta for Uncharted 4. This collection has Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception, and they're all 1080p, 60 frames per second. They fix lighting, textures, and models. And it will also have new trophies and a photo mode, much like what Last of Us had.
What's it called? What's the title of
The
it?
Nathan Drake Collection.
Okay, because if it was an HD collection, that would be very wrong, because those used to be in HD.
Yeah, it's just the Nathan Drake Collection. And if you pre-order it, you get the Nathan Drake Pack, which gives you skins with Drake outfits and the golden AK and the golden 92FS.
Don't pre-order it.
Don't pre-order it.
Don't pre-order
Don't
video
pre-order
games.
it.
Don't pre-order games. But yeah, that's gonna have all three of those games and and the multiplayer beta. It doesn't say if it has the Uncharted 3 multiplayer, which I guess maybe they won't bother because they'll just be like, oh, everyone's just gonna play Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Who cares?
I imagine they do. If they say it's just those games and that's a part of that game,
I mean, they'd have to they'd have to make new servers.
I can't imagine that a lot of people would be playing online, and I can't imagine that that's a big deal.
I guess not.
You don't have to keep it up forever. You just keep it up, or
Yeah.
you could say like this will be up until Uncharted 4 if you're really or that worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they do. I'm just a little upset because I went out of my way when Uncharted 4 came out to pick up all the Uncharted games and play through them on my PS3. So, fuck me, I guess.
Jump.
But no, if you haven't played Uncharted games, they are 2 and 3 are good. 1 is kind of rough, but 2 and 3 are awesome. So I would recommend picking this up when it comes out and just roughing through Uncharted 1 and then really enjoy 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are classics.
Yeah. 2 is especially good, I think.
Yeah, 2 is fantastic. All right, next bit of news here. Mighty Number 9 info. If you're still interested in that game for some reason.
Why wouldn't you be? I haven't been following it.
God, it looks real rough. I don't know. I'll wait until it actually comes out to pass my full judgment. But yeah, it looks kind of clunky, and that's a shame because I love
Mega
it.
Man is clunky as a general rule.
Mega Man's clunky because it kind of had to be back in the day, but adhering to that so strictly, it doesn't translate well. I mean, when the Super Nintendo came out, they made Mega Man X, and that isn't anywhere near as clunky as Mega Man original was, and that's what they did. They evolved. But Mighty Number 9 just seems like they're making a new Mega Man, and not a new Mega Man spin-off kind of thing. There have been other.
Yeah, but wasn't that obvious from the beginning?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that just kind of proves that
Look at it. It's Mega Man.
I guess that just shows that that's not what I want anymore. I'd want a new
Shovel
X. Yeah, that's why I love Shovel Knight, and that is the kind of Mega Man updated stuff that I like. Shovel Knight does have those 8-bit restrictions, I would say, but I don't know. I guess it just seems super weird that that Mighty Number 9 seems so stuttery almost when it's the art is so natural and new and isn't 8-bit.
Yeah.
I guess that might be it. I don't know. Like I said, I'll give it a shot. If it is good, I will be completely ready to change my tune because I want a new Mega Man. I want to like this, but I'm just not too excited. Anyway, onto the actual news. A collector's edition of Mighty Number 9 was announced. This it's extremely limited. That's all they say. It's extremely limited. It comes with a numbered version, or a numbered statue of Beck, the launch edition of the game, which comes with the launch DLC packed in, which, and a signature from Kenji Inafune. And also, everyone who buys the launch window versions of the games will also get the Retro Hero DLC, which is just a skin. I swear to God, it's a skin for Beck that makes him look like a Minecraft character.
Fuck.
Really?
Yep.
Disappointment.
Yep. But I guess for good news, if you buy it on a PlayStation console, it is cross-buy on all three. So, there you go.
Sony looking to steal your money.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll look into it. If it's good, it's good. Whatever. There's another bit of news. That big DC Comics MOBA. I don't even know if it was really. I mean, I guess it wasn't big because it's shutting down. Infinite Crisis is going off the grid in August. Yeah.
That was quick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Our MOBA's dead.
According to what I'm reading right
MOBAs are
now,
a saturated market, and they have been ever since Dota 2 came out.
Yeah, for sure.
according to this, what I'm reading right now, that game just came out 2 months ago.
Maybe full release.
It was official full release
Yeah.
was 2 months ago. So, but that's still fucking crazy.
It's not surprising, but that's crazy.
You guys, I just remembered something.
What?
WildStar is going free to play.
Yes.
I don't know if we talked about that last week. 'Cause I
No,
was on
but
last week.
whatever.
I feel like that's news.
I don't know anything about WildStar. What's WildStar?
MMO.
Okay,
It's an MMO.
that
It's
explains why I don't know
was
anything
another
about it.
WoW. Yeah, it was another WoW killer MMO. It's a theme park MMO. It actually looks pretty good.
Okay.
I didn't get to play it myself, but I remember Sam Prell had good things to say about it.
Okay. It's neat.
So yeah, and it has a very charming art style.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, it's going free to play. I mean, I think that's a good thing because the original business model was they wanted you to pay $60 for the box and then I think $15 a month for a subscription.
Yikes.
And yeah, and so I guess they got their launch money and their subscription money and are now looking to cash out. And you can still pay for a subscription to get like perks and like
that
faster
seems
XP
like
rates and stuff.
that seems like what every MMO is doing. Like that's pretty much exactly
Yeah.
what happened with Elder Scrolls Online and
Rift.
and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. And MOBAs are super saturated. Like if you're not Heroes of the
WildStar's
Storm
not a MOBA.
or no, I'm just bringing us back to the current topic.
Yeah.
If you're not Blizzard or LoL or Dota, you're not gonna make it that long.
Dota only makes it because Valve backed it.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, Heroes of the Storm only made it because Blizzard backed it. Like all of these, like it's hard to stand up to League of Legends.
Yeah,
That game is
The
gigantic.
game's huge.
Alright, next bit of news here. If you ever bought strategy guides back in the day, you will recognize the names Prima Games and Brady Games. Well, they're now one thing.
Took them long enough.
Yeah, they are now both owned by Penguin Random House, and I guess they're both going to be Prima Games from now on. So the Brady Games group are under the Prima Games name, and they're going to be putting out print guides as well as video content and online digital apps for their guides too. So, guides aren't really that big of a thing anymore because everyone just goes on to game FAQs. So that's free, but there are merits to strategy guides, print or otherwise, because most of the time you can get that at launch. So if you want to blow through a game, you can do that. There's also Lauren, you were talking about the like Dark Souls and Bloodborne strategy guides, and talking about how that has like lore stuff built into it that you wouldn't get from just a game FAQs guide.
Yes.
Like that sounds like something worth your money. But if you're picking up a game a couple months after it's out, you could just go into game FAQs and get a free one that's just as good.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's just how the world works, I suppose. All right, so we got one more small bit of news, and then we got 3 big chunks that we got to get into. Microsoft has announced that Black Tusk Studios, the people that were working on the new Gears of War, is now called the Coalition, and they have said that they will announce what's going on with Gears of War at E3, so that's probably when they're going to announce that Gears remake or whatever. And
The Coalition.
oh, I guess they have officially confirmed that they are doing the remaster of Gears of War. So I guess they're also going to announce maybe another new Gears of War at E3.
That makes sense. You show the trailer and say this is the future of Gears. It's just like a little teaser trailer, and then you go, but here's what you can get in the meantime.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a very
It's what
it's pretty much what they did with Halo.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's here's your here's your Master Chief collection for Gears of War, and then wait another year.
Or no, I mean, well, that's what they did. They didn't do the Master Chief collection. They had 343 do the Halo anniversary, and then they came out with Halo 4.
Yeah, and that's what they did. Master Chief collection was last year, and then they're doing Halo 5 this year. They did this. It's just to fill the gap.
Yeah, so basically, don't buy this first Gears of War thing because they'll come out with a Marcus Phoenix collection or something in a couple years.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's the big stuff. The big stuff. I'll start off with what I want to talk about. There was a micro Nintendo Direct
That's not big.
a couple days ago.
It's got micro in its name. How can it be big?
Well, I mean, they got some stuff out of the way. This is some smaller stuff before E3 that they don't want to just take up time talking about, and some of it looks neat. One of them is called LBX, Little Battlers Experience. It is is for the 3DS, and it's made by Level 5. It looks like if Nintendo was still making custom robo games, this would be that. You just fight robots, you can customize them. That's about it. It looks cool, though. There's a new Art Academy game for the Wii U. Yeah.
Great.
Another Mario and Sonic at the Olympics game. All right.
Great.
There's new Puzzle and Dragon stuff. Okay.
That's real big news.
Yeah, there's some new Splatoon stuff, like Zapper weapon. All right. But the big stuff, that was actually the big stuff, were two things. There's a new Chibi Robo game, which I love Chibi Robo. The first Chibi Robo is incredible, but this one isn't a house-cleaning, family-saving adventure. This is a platformer that is based around using Chibi Robo's plug as a tool to solve puzzles and grapple and do all kinds of things. It's called Chibi Robo Ziplash, and it's also coming with an amiibo that you just put down on your 3DS, and it scans the amiibo, and it makes Chibi Robo Super Chibi Robo, and you can blow through the level with the amiibo. So
You can't see it right now, but I'm shaking my head.
yeah. I'm not interested in this Chibi... I mean, I'm a little interested in the amiibo just as a collectible, but I'll be interested in the amiibo as a gameplay thing if that also means that Chibi Robo is coming to Smash Brothers, which should happen. And the actual really big piece of news that they dropped in this Direct was that Bravely Second is coming to the US as Bravely Second End Layer. That's coming out sometime next year. They didn't really talk too much about it, but there is plenty of information about that game on the internet because Famitsu has been reporting on it for months. So there's all kinds of new jobs. The story is vastly expanded. Hopefully you don't have to replay a bunch of bits of it because they're idiots and didn't create more land. But I don't know. I liked most of the ideas for Bravely Default, so I'll definitely look into Bravely Second when that comes out.
That's good.
But that was the big stuff that got confirmed in that Direct. As for the actual big news, first up, XCOM 2 was announced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's coming to PC only this November. In this game, it's being made by Firaxis again. In this game, it seems as though the XCOM team from Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within lost the battle, and the aliens invaded. But the last remnants of the XCOM squad have geared up and are taking the fight to the aliens.
Yeah, they specifically mentioned how it would be more stealthy.
Yes, because the aliens are controlling the Earth. They have created a bunch of it seems like the world has been improved, but really the aliens are just sucking away people's souls.
It's They Live.
It's They Live. Yeah, basically.
Which, you know what? All right then. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A.
Let's play a They Live video game.
I'm of two minds on this.
Okay.
So on one, XCOM has always been a kind of like particular and formulaic game, and I'm not sure how well like mixing it up and making the player organization into like an insurgent kind of organization is going to work. On the second hand, yay, more XCOM! I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I
really want XCOM. I love XCOM.
Firaxis knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I can't imagine
Yeah,
it's going to be vastly different.
Yeah. I wish there would be more of like the B movie stylings of the original XCOM that were kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like a suit somewhere said, no, that won't sell if you do that.
Yeah, like if they leaned more into the They Live stuff, that would be neat.
Yeah.
Like that Advent site that was up, the people were thinking it was some BioShock thing, was for XCOM 2. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's something about the artistic direction XCOM has been taking.
yeah, it seems like it's a bit too serious, but maybe they'll do something.
I mean, XCOM has always been about like being faux serious with like really silly B movie monsters. I mean, like, come on, Snake Men.
Yeah, those like the dudes and like the friggin' Slenderman looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game did seem inspired, but
that wasn't like the fact that there's XCOM is crazy, but that was not the interesting part of their announcement. I thought it's the PC only
That's true.
part.
Yeah, that is pretty.
I don't think it's going to change that much, honestly.
I mean, we'll see. They might bring it out to consoles eventually. I do believe they will, but I could.
Games like this get multi-platted later.
Yeah,
Or maybe they'll announce it during E3, as Mike Cosimano just mouthed to me. He just went E3. So yeah, maybe they'll announce a console version at E3.
Yeah, that's what I expect as well.
I could see
Or
that.
if they don't, maybe they'll just wait until there's some sort of like Game of the Year thing, or they just bundle the expansion in with it eventually. I could see them doing something like that.
That game sold so well on consoles. There's no way it doesn't come to consoles.
Yeah.
That's
Though
true.
they did say when people asked them like, why is this PC only? They actually said, which is kind of bucking the trend lately. They said there was no way this could be made the way we're making it on a console.
Yeah.
Like they specifically mentioned how they're hoping for like it's going to be more moddable, it's going to be more accessible for typical PC players. But I thought it was really interesting that they said that we could not make the game we want on consoles, which is sort of
Yes, who knows? Maybe there'll be like an XCOM 2 Home Edition or something like that.
I mean, I could see where they're coming from with that, because with I'm not gonna say the original XCOM. I'm gonna say like the XCOM remake.
Yeah, the reboot XCOM, this new
Yeah,
one.
it's the reboot XCOM. Like, didn't they patch in like environment destruction later on?
I wouldn't know.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. That kind of thing is really computationally expensive.
Mhm.
Like, having environment destruction in a game that's tile-based is really... It's really expensive.
Mhm.
And I know that with the original... Or not the original, but with the XCOM reboot, they, like, had to handcraft all of their environments because they couldn't get a good procedural environment generation thing going. That... You know, I think that not having destructible environments was just a factor in terms of, like, art load, but probably also just
Consoles, yeah.
resources on the console. Now, I know in XCOM 2 they've been talking about more procedural environments, and so I'm just trying to
It sounds super intensive, yeah.
yeah, I could just see a lot of
Like hand
rather
wringing, I
demanding.
guess.
Well, I'm actually just thinking it's not like computationally expensive, but it's probably really expensive in terms of data storage.
Yeah.
Because
The game would have ended up gigantic.
Yeah. Basically.
And also like how a lot of people are downloading games now. That would be a real pain in the ass if they were just like, hey, here's this 60 gig game, fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that game. We'll see how that turns out. I'm like Mike mouthed. Maybe we'll hear something at E3.
If that doesn't come to consoles,
I'd be really surprised if they didn't talk about it.
If that doesn't come to consoles, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
how are you not? If you're Sony and Microsoft, how do you look at the sales of that game, the last one, on your consoles, and not go, hey, let's just throw money at them
Yeah,
we'll
until
port
they
it.
can figure out a way to get it on our
Yeah,
console.
we'll port it ourselves. Like, we'll give them marketing money. Like, release it
Yeah.
in early 2016 when nothing else comes out. Let's make money.
I mean, I don't really think they need marketing money. Like, the XCOM reboot was a long road to
But
get
if
made.
another company says, "Hey, we're gonna put $15 million into marketing, and we're gonna put it on our consoles, and all we need you to do is sign right here. We'll do it ourselves." You're gonna go, "Yeah, okay, we'll sell more of this game."
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to say no.
Mm-hmm.
So
guess.
I wonder if maybe there's deals going on and they can't announce it because of that. But
Maybe.
I don't see a reason this doesn't come to consoles unless Firaxis just has a big old stick up their butt and they're like, "Nope."
Yeah, we'll see. All right, and then finally, the big news.
The big one.
The bomb, if you will.
Yay.
Fallout
Haha,
4.
giant bomb.
Fallout
No
4.
one was surprised.
No one was surprised.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
I was surprised they announced it before E3.
Yeah, that was the
I'm
surprise.
that was surprising. I'm surprised we didn't hear about it on a stage.
Yeah, that was what's nuts. I mean, my prediction on why they didn't do that is because I think maybe they'll show gameplay at E3 and they'll elaborate on like what's different about Fallout 4 from New Vegas and 3.
That's exactly what I thought.
I just think they wanted to get. Yeah, I think they just wanted to get more eyes on their actual E3.
That and
by having the name.
well, that and I think they want to have Doom be the big pop. You don't think so, Mike?
No.
Oh god, no.
You don't
No.
think so?
Oh,
No,
God,
Doom
no.
doesn't have the same
No.
kind of relevance it did like many, many years ago. They want to end with Fallout to keep everybody watching so they can advertise the rest of their slate.
Yep.
Because if you start with Fallout, a lot of people just tune out.
Okay.
I think they did this early because, and this goes into kind of some of the stuff that people have been talking about since then, that I think this comes out this year. I think you show a trailer, I think you show a trailer.
Bethesda's definitely a company known for secrecy.
You show a trailer now, so people start talking about it, so people know it's at E3, so people will watch your E3 conference. Because before it was guesswork, now it's like, oh, well, I know for sure, Bethesda Sunday at whatever time, there will be Fallout 4. Then you show gameplay or a
they talk
trailer.
about what's different.
Yeah, and then
right at the end, November 2015.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Because and there's other stuff like Amazon, GameStop, Green Man Gaming, and Game all had this down as 2015.
Yeah, they're taking pre-orders already.
Yeah, well, of course they are, but they actually had a release date saying 2015. Even Bethesda's own site under release date had TBA 2015, and then changed it to just TBA. So I mean, I wouldn't be totally shocked if it's a 2016 game, and maybe I'm just like hopeful.
Yeah, maybe it'll get bumped down. You know,
Yeah.
things get delayed all the time nowadays.
But
I could see. Nah, never mind.
All right.
I just want to remind people that like this is Bethesda making it, not Obsidian. You're getting Fallout 3, not New Vegas.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's the same team that did Skyrim.
I think that's important to keep around.
I
I mean, yeah, and Skyrim
Yeah.
was good, but Skyrim would have also been better if it was made by Obsidian.
Skyrim was pretty good, anyways.
It was.
Yeah. I think a lot of people get too excited for this stuff. I think it should be more like, oh, I hope that's good, and not, oh my god, it'll be the greatest game ever. I think that's too much of the reaction.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just.
I was disappointed in the original Fallout 3.
I was not. Played a lot.
Well,
of that game.
let's talk about what is in Fallout 4 first.
Yeah.
It has been confirmed that this game takes place in Boston because all of the shots of like landmarks are Boston stuff. Like they have Bunker Hill, they have
Okay.
the Massachusetts State. Yeah, they have like there is a like village or city in Fenway.
Yeah.
Like there's dudes just standing around in Red Sox outfits, which is pretty fucking crazy. But there's all kinds of just your standard Fallout fare. There's Enclave robots. There's the mysterious stranger.
Supposedly.
Death claws.
Supposedly that's the mysterious stranger.
Yeah, there's death claws, all that shit. There have been rumors. This has not been confirmed, but a lot of people are talking about it because someone claimed to be someone who got fired from Bethesda and went onto... Was it originally Reddit, Mike? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was originally Reddit. They leaked a bunch of stuff about Fallout 4 like a year ago.
Now this
And
has been discredited, or
has been.
Kotaku claims that all the information off of that was from one of their stories that they had reported beforehand.
Okay.
Including because Kotaku, I guess, one time predicted that it would be in Boston and a bunch of other things. So supposedly this Redditor was discredited. Now who knows?
Okay.
Like for sure.
I hope so, because there was one negative thing that really stood out to me, which, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why it sucks, but people are saying that the main character of Fallout 4 is a rigid character, and you have to play as this one guy, and it's not a.
Really?
Yeah, that's what people are saying. Because
that'd be very surprising.
yeah, because he has a voice in the trailer, so people are saying, "Oh yeah, no, this is you're just this guy."
Nah, they'll probably just be player selectable voice. I mean, come on.
Yeah, maybe.
I imagine it'll be like
Okay, well, like if you already look at how Bethesda is voicing, like how many lines they have to pay actors to voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's one more voice, right?
Yeah, or they could do like the Saints Row thing where they have like a list of voices you can choose.
Yeah, I think that all came from the fact that it wasn't a Troy Baker's voice, so people.
I guess I have no idea.
So people were like, "Oh well, if it's Troy Baker, then like it's obvious that you're gonna have to play as this." I think that's where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
But
I would be very surprised.
that seems to go against just how Fallout is.
yeah,
That kind of goes against the design of Fallout.
Fallout's never had like a fixed protagonist.
Yeah.
And Bethesda, let's be real, Bethesda makes games to formula.
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty fucked up.
That's unlikely.
All right, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I liked 3. I never really played New Vegas. I know I should, but I really liked 3, and I'll be down for more of that.
On new consoles and supposedly a new engine that could be really good.
The colors in that trailer were like, whoa.
Yeah, I've seen people saying they thought it looked bad. I don't know what they were looking at. Also, I don't know what game they think they're looking at. Whether they think this open world, like go look at Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas. Those are not pretty.
Yeah,
those aren't good lookers.
Yeah, those are not great looking games. I mean, hell, Skyrim's kind of ugly.
Yeah, it's not going to compete. It's not supposed to. Like the technical
because
powerhouse.
it can't render all that while also having such a gigantic world.
Yeah, that's where they're spending their memory, not like you can stare at the pretty water longer. Like that's not what you go buy those games for. This isn't Crysis.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was the news this past week. Lauren, do you have the questions?
All right, so
questions?
we're pretty light in terms of questions this week. We just got one.
Okay.
Tumblr user, the Masked Negro
Inbox champ?
Yep, current inbox champion.
Forever.
This is a question for Hollywood John Michonski.
That's me.
When is the new album dropping, and what's the name of it, and your first hit single? Also, this is a question for Mike Cosimano. But do you feel the League of Michonski Gentlemen is a good one? Because I just made that joke a week ago, and I thought it was fire, but John shat on it. Also, do you think XCOM 2 will ever come to consoles? Why not?
Okay, we covered that last bit, so let's just...
Yeah.
Okay, so my album, let's see here. It would be self-titled. It would just be Hollywood John Michonski, and the theme song would be me doing a diss to myself in the style of if you remember when Macho Man Randy Savage put out that rap album, and most of the songs were just him talking shit about Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I would just cover Be a Man Hulk, but it would just be at myself.
Great. And
I would just be telling myself that I'm a piece of shit and that I didn't slam Andre the Giant. And then at the end of the song, I'd be like, "This is about me," and it's right. And then that would be it. It would just be called John Michonski the Worst. That's the song.
Great.
I like it.
I would listen to that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me get a live. Let me talk to Cosimano here. Mike.
Oh, no.
Mask asked you a question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. He came up with the John Michonski joke. It was the League of what was it?
Michonski Gentlemen.
The League of Michonski Gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Okay, the Michonski Gentlemen.
Okay.
And he wants to know if that's good or not.
Well, you're almost there. I feel like Michonski gentleman. I like the second part. The gentleman that's solid. But Michonski isn't terrible enough to fit on the scale. Because when in John Michonski humors, it's got to fit or it's got to be not fitting at all. You got to cram that shit in there.
I think Michonski is pretty fucking crammed.
It's not. No, it has to be either like.
Yeah, but it's both crammed and the second part.
Gentleman is good. And then on the other end, you have Dark Dreams Don't to Jonathan.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the kind of thing you want. You really want to cram it in there. It's gotta hurt. Gotta make it bleed.
Stop. Everyone get the fuck out of here.
Well, he did say he was going to ruin this part of the show.
He ruined the fucking end of the podcast. He did it. He just gargled. Ew. Stop. Spit that out. Spit it out! Don't spit on the table! Get out of here!
God, what is happening?
Ew! Stop!
We've got
He swallowed it!
we've got 2 months of this. 2.5 months.
We have 2 months of this!
2.5.
2.5 months, yeah.
Fuck.
Stop! Stop it!
Get him out of there.
Okay, you know what? I'm
Get out of here!
one more time. I'm just pressing the goddamn stop button on odd.
Oh my god. This is the worst.
We
Holy
love
shit.
you, listeners.
Oh
This
my
has
god,
been a
yeah,
fun
Mike,
week
take us
on
out.
Video Game
Or
Chooch.
John, take us out.
I'm going
Whoever
to.
you are.
First off, Niall, I'm sorry.
You better.
I warned him.
Okay.
Secondly,
Secondly-
Cosimano yell there. He cut off.
He said I warned him.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we could just do this housekeeping bit. Next week will be our E3 predictions special.
Hype.
So send in some questions. Send in some real good questions to videogameshoochu.tumblr.com about what you want us to take into consideration. We might not read the question specifically, but we'll definitely take what people send in and be like, do you think this will be here? Do you think this will be here? And we'll integrate that into the conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we might not be like, oh, this person said that, but if there's a good chance that if you bring it up, we'll bring it up into the conversation. But yeah, we'll talk about what we think is going to be at A3. I won't try to have Mike's embargoed shit get brought in here because I'll be quiet. It's not going to be a sealed envelope. We're just going to talk about it and put it out, and then we'll find out what happens at E3. But yeah, that should be about it. I'm sorry that I'm not 100% on the site again because I don't have my own computer or anything while I'm here, so it might be a while until I get access to one and I'm able to help out with editing and writing things. But for now, I'll at least be on the podcast, and Lauren's doing a good job editing things. So we have hands on deck.
Hey, I wasn't paying attention. Did you guys talk about pigeon dating too?
We talked
Yes.
about Tofu Boyfriend.
Okay. Because they confirmed the second one.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Cool.
Wait, Mike, is there an embargo on that other thing you mentioned earlier?
Yes, but I don't know what it is. Let me check real quick.
Right.
If there is an embargo, then we probably shouldn't talk about it.
I'll try and grab it.
I mean, unless it ends on tomorrow, because I don't want to risk it.
I might be wrong, but I'm almost positive that might be at a press conference.
Okay, then we can't talk about it.
I'm not sure. I'm looking it up right now.
All right,
Which thing?
we can't talk about it.
Yeah, this one doesn't have. They don't have embargo information.
All right,
I'm
then
just
let's just play it safe. I'll
Yeah.
tell you all as soon as we're done recording.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So that's about it for Video Game Choo Choo this week.
Off-screen video capture is not allowed.
What the fuck?
We gotta end this thing.
That
Yeah, all right, we're
slightly
done.
bungles my plan.
I'm
All right.
going to hit stop now.
Okay.
Please get
Thanks for
please
listening,
keep
everyone.
Mike away from the.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna tell him not to come back around next time. All right, okay, and good night, everybody.